get into the recap, and we will get going very soon. And there we go. Hey, my name is Scott, the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. These things just need to turn down. There we go. Is that better? Anyway, big forehead. So, what happened today? Today was, I think I just did a lot of the wrong things. Meaning, I've been riding Tesla for literally, 20 something points since 315, 323, and I sold it up $2.5, $3 today, and then I tried getting a cute short and did things I didn't want to do and wound up being a loser, which we'll get into. Anyway, here's a chart of the S&P. A bit of a doji today. They tried to sell the Trump, whatever you want to call it, whatever luncheon he had. He was definitely going into some banter about the Fed, and just have to listen to it for yourself. He said that I think the stock market would be up another 25% if the Fed was on his side. Anyway, here we are. Just because we're off highs doesn't mean it's a top, and we're still above the 8-day, and we're just trending along. I added to my spies, which I tweeted to you guys, and covered some lower, and I still kind of broke even on the spies, even though I guess it could have been worse. I could have covered at the highs, and that's kind of annoying. I guess what was really annoying was the IWM. I bought it on this day, added yesterday, I even added today, and I added and closed off highs, and that's why I said when you add to something in motion, it could ruin your average cost, and then all of a sudden you're losing money and you don't feel good about a position that you had from a few days ago. It's still a little bit higher, but it's if you add too much into strength, it's going to ruin your average cost, and then all of a sudden you wanted to make all this money, and then you end up losing money, and then it's harder to hold because you have more than you had. So anyway, this isn't the end of the world, this little topping tail, but we'll have to watch closely. This is where my real stop will be. And if I just sat in it, today would have been just fine. Instead, I added to it. And if I had you add to it, I apologize. Still in this channel, just got to be a little careful. You don't want like a topping tail like this, and then all of a sudden, whoosh. Not saying it's going to happen. This is a little bit more extreme, but I don't think that's the case. But we'll have to see how it goes tomorrow. Big channel here. Still no upside traction, so we have to be a little careful. As far as the banks, still sitting in Bank of America, it's just fine. A little bit of a doji. I did not even touch my position today. So if I didn't touch my position in IW, I would have been fine. Like same here. If you would have been adding to Bank of America, saying, "Oh my God, it's going above 33.60. Let me buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 shares," and then it closed like this, you'd be like, "Oh my God." But meanwhile, if you were long it from here and you didn't touch it, on strength, you'd be just fine. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. JP Morgan, I don't know what the hell that is. Out of sequence trade, I'm still short those calls. My P&L was up with that, which is nice. We did sell the 132 calls. I think all of us did. I hope they get rid of this annoying tail at some point. They sold the 132s on this day and that day, and I think they're below 20 cents now. We sold them here, I think 45 cents here, 85 cents. And now I'm sitting on half that I'm just going to let hopefully, what's the word? Hopefully expire. So when they expire, you keep the premium. Different from when you buy options and they expire worthless. They expire worthless. So anyway, that's that. As far as I just said, Tesla, it's my bad. See, on this day I played it well. I was long it here, I added here, I sold some, but then I'm like, let me just stay in some so I don't look for cute shorts. And then this happened, held it, and then on this day, what made this different than every other day? Well, on this day, I got out of my Tesla, and I tried to short it, and I wasn't on my desk when that Germany news came out, and I wound up covering. So if you're still in it, maybe get a gap up. Just have to be a little careful. It's extended from the 8-day. Why did it didn't look like it was up much. Why did I lose money? Because I pressed it. A cute trade you should never press unless it's very quick. And if you look here at the 1 day, I remember. So where did I press it? I pressed, first of all, it looked like it was going red. It was showing some relative weakness. So I pressed it in here. This is where my first press was. Faded some of the open, felt good. It was hanging here. I'm like, you know what? It's going to get down to 342, 341. Let me press it. So I pressed it right here, and then this happened. Then that happened, and covered some, and then all of a sudden, finally, it broke this spot, and you could have pressed it there. And then, I had a bid in at the lows of the day, and then that happened. It's a strong name. Whenever you short something or look for a cute counter trend trade, you better be quick and you better not add to it, because a cute trade, and then you better not get stubborn and just continue to roll it up, because then a cute trade could turn into an ugly trade, and you don't want that to happen. I've had that happen to me in the past. Not here. For me, I just took it off. If you look here overall, this could work its way back up to 380 and break above it. We'll see. Even though it seems overbought here on the big macro chart, it's really not overbought. So hopefully I could re-engage this in some capacity. This doesn't have me leave it, even though it's made us some really good money, like 600% of the options here, a great day trade there, a great add here, and then even a great sell here. Today hurt a little bit. So it is what it is. So now you'll see what happens tomorrow. Mega cap land Apple is just fine. I have less than I had last night. Felt weak all day, but still hung in there. It's still above. It's still doing just fine until it breaks this. I'm going to try and stay constructive, but not much you could do here. Microsoft, what a phenomenal trade for us. Bought it on this day, sold some, bought more here, added here. Even on this day, you could have bought more, and then today I sold most into strength. This high here is what? 147.57. Wow. Hopefully you guys are making some 147 to 1. Yeah, right. 147.57. Hopefully you guys made a lot of money with this. Wasn't that easy, but didn't make it that difficult either. Besides those little quick sell downs in the beginning of the day a few different times, but I'm still in a little bit less than I had overnight. What a nice trade. What a nice hold from here. You can hold it. We've basically been sitting in Microsoft now since October 25th. It's a long time. Not a long time, but still kind of a long time for a trader. Some guys can't stay in a trade for a minute. We've been in it for 3 weeks. Same way we've been in Apple for a bunch of days. Bank of America, like I said before, we've been in for over a month. Since here. So like our anniversary, what was this day that we bought it right here on this day? On this day was October 18th. So we're still not a monthly anniversary yet, but still sitting in it. But anyway, that's that. Yesterday, talked about buying Roku to go red to green, and it did, and had a strong day. Took it overnight, sold it a little bit pre-market, sold it up $4, and it actually went up more than that. So that was one of my decisions. I guess got to be happy. It was a broken name. We bought it in here, sold some there, filled the gap. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'd be very light. So this gap now is gone. Goodbye, Gaparuski. This is the gap fill. How high did it get today? Oh, above it almost. So anyway, this was your spot. Stayed above it all day. Sometimes, you can be so patient, and sometimes you can be so antsy. And I know for me, I was so antsy, saying, it's a broken name. Let me get out. I sold some up $2 and sold the rest up 3 or 4. I don't even remember. And meanwhile, I was up 6, and it filled the gap. So whatever. Now this is filled. We'll see what happens next. Netflix, a little wishy-washy, still hung in there. I probably should still be in it. I sold the remainders at a wash. I bought them this day before going. We bought them like $1.30. I sold some 250s, and then today I sold the rest at $1.20. Saying, I don't need them to be worthless. If it doesn't go, I'll just trade the name by Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Ameren, very nice. This was a good one. Bought the options for $1.75 and $1.40, and I sold them today at $2 and $2.40, and now I'm still in some for the actual Thursday date. Nice candle here. Looks like it could work its way back up to there, maybe even prior to Thursday. That'd be nice. If it goes up a little bit more tomorrow, we could sell some and then hold some. But overall, big channel, lots of money by the Baker brothers in this thing. Nice move. I wish Goldman didn't come out pre-market afterwards and say, sell it, which I don't even know why they would say unless they were caught short. I would have probably traded the name also versus just sitting in the options. But sometimes sitting in the options is good. Right now, the options are probably over 100%. It was a nice surprise. The old Red Dog would have said, hey, I bought it in here and I lost money. Or, I don't know, bought it here, it didn't work. So now maybe it works, and we'll stay with it. Amazon is still a pain in the ass. Excuse my French. Did I just say that? Sorry. Looked better for a little bit, but maybe it gets a little bit better. I don't know. Doesn't like this. I am in Facebook overnight. First time I'm in Facebook in a while. little bottom tail yesterday, took out this range, closed real strong. I think the marketplace is going to be huge for it. Transaction based. Obviously, they don't care about antitrust if they're going to be taking your credit cards and letting you buy things on their platform. Huge revenue producer for them. So hopefully, we get a little follow through tomorrow, or if it opens down, it goes from red to green. But I will now focus a little bit more on Facebook. I've been just glancing at it. My note, I'm like, we've been glancing at Facebook. Maybe it does something to get us in it. Within the first 15 minutes, it was up like $3, and everybody's like, oh, Facebook's a little different. And then we got involved, and it actually was different. And now we'll see if it stays or gets special again. But it's back in the game. Google's tricky. I didn't like the news flow this morning about the medical records and this and that, and feels a little faulty, but it's still above the 8-day, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. If I was in it, I would have got stopped out today. But I'm not in it, so you do what you want to do with your name, your stock. I also didn't catch the move from here through there. I caught some of this in here, but I just didn't catch that because that was the day that other negative news came out that they didn't care about. So anyway, we'll see what happens next. What else was happening today? TTD, a little bit of follow through. Day 3 up, I would be careful. Twilio, some kind of news came out where it went a little nuts, a little bit of a doji. Went above this, couldn't hold it, went below this, couldn't stay below it. It's loose and wide, I'd be careful. Not much to do. This was up there. What else? With Boeing. Boeing held in there. I know some guys on the chat room, VTF, are positioning into weakness here. So maybe this holds now for a little bit. This is what? 360. So 360-ish was right there. We'll see if that holds. Maybe it creates a little bull flag to go again. We shall see. Maybe tomorrow we get one of Rob's inside and up moves. Maybe not. We'll see. What else? What's next? Disney, what'd you do? I think stronger day. Held the gap, turned up. We'll see if it could, go sideways over time and then take out that post-earnings pivot. I'm not involved, but it looks pretty good. If you bought today versus low, you're in good shape. That gap stayed open. Usually if a gap stays open and you work above it, you continue in the direction of that gap, so it looks in the game. What else? What else? What did the IBBs do today? Maybe a little topping tail. Crone came out with news, earnings this morning. They tried to blow it off, but no power. Still near the lows here. Tilray came out after the close, looked decent, but I don't think it had anything going on there. Let's see what's happening with Tilray. TLRY is what? Absolutely nothing. Down 5 cents. Stock went from 40 to 300 down to 20s, and it's up or down 5 cents after numbers. Shows you how dead this group is. I did buy a little CGC, thinking this wide range bar might have some commitment to it, but I'm glad I bought the options, not the stock. And now we'll see what happens. It has earnings on Thursday. It's going to need a miracle. But I can't believe this thing was the darling in the 50s before this false breakout, before it broke support, and now can't do anything here. Is what it is. New issue land beyond little red dog reversal. People are like, red dog, get in it, red dog reversal. Which it was. It went below 75, 65, reclaimed it, but I'm not in it. So I guess see if this leads into some kind of move above this little inside area. I wouldn't get so, excited, but we'll see. It's got some room if it wants it. This was 90, so maybe gets above the 8-day, could work its way back up a little bit. We'll see. I don't know what. Some of my sales trader called me, and I bought something at the end of the day. What was it? BGNE? No. What the hell did I buy? If you see a disclosure, it's like $1.06, $8. Just it's maybe a small little day one sales traded position. Sometimes I do it. It had big volume. What the hell was the symbol? Symbols. PGNE. No. It was a little guy. Whatever it was. Not the... Anyway, let's move on. What did Visa do? Visa. I haven't looked at Visa in a while. It's coming kind of back up to here. Doesn't look so bad. What's MasterCard doing? Same thing. Coming in right here. A little breakout failure right here, but now it's taking its time. Looks pretty decent. What's PayPal doing? Nothing below the moving averages. What's eBay doing? Nothing. Wow. But a little descending. I don't know anyone that really uses eBay anymore. I never really used it, but maybe something like that could fill a gap, but nothing there. What AMD do today? Held the 8 day, a little bit of upside, didn't quite break out, but looks pretty good. What did Clack do? Did it get above that spot? Not really. Oh, OLED, that was a good one today. Got above 203.50, went as high as what? 208.01. That was a decent little knick-knack. So, I don't know. I feel a little lethargic today, maybe because I got blood taken from me. I had a doctor's appointment. And then I also, I guess, feel a little bit worse because I was short Tesla. And I lost money today. Stock's been so good to me. It serves me right. I shouldn't have been shorting it, but it is what it is. Other than that, Microsoft now it's 3 days up. You have to be lighter. Apple was blah. No real setup. You could just trail it. Spies or, neither here or there. You could sell some strength, buy a dip, trade around it. I don't see anything so blaring. Amazon is still lethargic. Google looks like a little tricky. Facebook woke up a little bit, so that might be something. And again, what is today? Today is, what's today? Tuesday or Wednesday? Oh my goodness, it's only Tuesday. Anyway, get some rest. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night.